Welcome to New Day Cleveland. I am Natalie Herbick. Hey, we hit the road this morning and we headed about an hour and a half east to the village that has been called the best small town in Pennsylvania. Welcome to Volant. It is a quaint little borough right near Amish country, and it is home to shops, wineries, a distillery, and a whole lot more. We have a lot to see and do here, and we begin at the historic grist mill.
Volant Mills was a grist mill built in 1812. In approximately 2008, it was purchased by Volant Community Development Corporation, a nonprofit that is trying to revitalize and restore the grinding capabilities of the mill. So it currently is a retail shop full of vendors, and that's how it supports itself and keeps its doors open. We have 3 floors. And it is extremely eclectic now. We have a little bit of everything. We have something for everyone, and we like it that way. You know, we think it brings people, and you know, if they came for something in particular, they may find something else they like also, which is good for, you know, keeping the mill alive. It could be home decor. We have personal items. We have soaps. We have jams and jellies. We have artists in here that create every day different products like broken art glass, which is one-of-a-kind art pieces.
This piece right here is number 552.
Historic area upstairs that one of our historians in town donated a lot of clothing from the 1800s, and it's so much to see. If you're not a shopper, it's all about, you know, the process and the building, and you know that there's so few of them left, and it's in great shape and just a work of art. To think that it's over 200 years old, and you know what it went through to stay alive, that it was the hub of the town and continues to be to this day. I mean, this is the center, and I think that's exciting. Volant purely is a retail shopping area, along with, you know, a vast Amish community surrounding it, and then we also have the Neshannock Creek, which is a renowned fly fishing stream. So we have a little bit of everything.
Now, another great thing to note about Volant Mills is that there is a big parking lot right next to it. So I think we've been here about 4 minutes, and you know that I'm already getting hungry, so it's time to cook. Let's go.
We're gonna throw some scallions in here. We have tomatoes in here. We have the fresh garlic.
Well, I was tempted by everything I saw on the first floor and coming up to the second floor here. There's so many great things for your kitchen, but I could smell the food and I knew Amanda was up here cooking. Thank you so much for having us here today.
Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you.
I'm excited. So you can come in here and do your shopping, but that you could also have lunch or learn a thing or two through cooking classes up here, right?
Yes.
You do it all.
Yeah, we do, and we do private parties, so you can always call me and get a private party booked for whatever you want. I mean, if you want a kids class, we just did one last week, and they did a cupcake class. It was super great.
Fun.
Yeah, for an 11-year-old boy. So we can do everything you want.
So what are you making for us today?
Well, I'm making a shrimp dish. So right now we have tomatoes cooking in here and scallions. And then over in this pot, I have shrimp and pasta, because that's super quick and easy.
Mm-hmm. And delicious.
and delicious. And then over here, what we have is a cheese board.
Looks beautiful.
We sell these boards, and they're gorgeous.
They're absolutely beautiful. I saw them. You have all different sizes downstairs too,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So it makes for a great board, a great display. And I know that you have, as you're cooking the food, I know you have some other gadgets downstairs too. This is one of them that I saw that looked so cool.
Yeah, so you can,
I'll let you,
can
do you
use
wanna,
that
go
for cucumbers. We just slice those up and they look really great. Cheeses, especially, you know, when you go to the market and you can try to buy different cheeses and
You make it look fancy on your own.
So we have all these different gadgets to buy here at the store, and lemon zest. This is one of the things that we're trying to do here today.
Give it a little
just
zest.
give it a zest. Yeah.
So your menu is changing often because depending on what you're getting in fresh.
Absolutely. So we do farm to table, so our menu is always changing, and we will cook whatever you want.
I like the looks of that and sounds of that too. So how are we doing on the pasta? Is it doing okay? Is it almost done?
Yeah, I think we're done.
Okay.
Actually, that shrimp is looking gorgeous.
It looks amazing.
And we're gonna pour that right into the tomato.
You got to get every last shrimp in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
good.
how did you kind of get started with your store here? What was your reasoning behind wanting to do something like this in town?
Well, we have been in business for 30 years. This is my 30-year anniversary.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's a big
So,
deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really big. She's modest too, clearly. That's a big deal. Well, and you know what? I just saw some women walking around here and grabbing a few things to purchase. They're different things. You know, you can go to stores inside of a mall and find some cute things for your kitchen, but you've really found a way, I think, to find some unique items to put in here that people can take back to their homes when they make this day trip.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've tried and we've adjusted it over the years. So we started off all kitchen gadgets. Now we're kind of going a little more unique and going vintage and figuring out different ways to sell ourselves.
Well, you had me at the pasta. This looks delicious. Now, before we go and dig in, I just want to remind you again, 2 great floors here at the kitchen shop. There's all these great items that you can grab and then eat an awesome lunch. And if you want to sign up for one of her private classes, you can also do so. Give her a call. You'll take good care of them, right?
Absolutely.
She will. All right, now it's time. Let's go dig in and eat. And
Okay.
after the break, it is fudge and coffee. We'll be back.
A lot of people tell me we don't like a flavored coffee. They take one sip of it and they said, I've been changed forever.
Welcome back to New Day Cleveland. We are on the road in Volant, Pennsylvania, a small community located near Amish country. And as you'd expect, you can find all sorts of tasty Amish goods in Volant. This next stop is known for coffee, fudge, and a long list of Amish-made products. Check out Miss Scarlett's.
Miss Scarlett's is a gourmet coffee, fudge, and also we carry local crafters.
And the half cookies and cream.
Okay. Our fudge, we use a ton of cream, a ton of butter. I'm a little bit biased, but I think it's amazing. Best seller right now is a chocolate peanut butter. I'd say the peanut butter follows right behind. And then we also have a churro, which is a maple caramel with a vanilla wafer. I have hundreds of different flavors and recipes, but we usually typically carry about our top 12. Can't go wrong with too much fudge, right? One of the best things is for local colleges, high schools, nonprofits, we do a ton of fudge fundraising, so they can keep about 40% of the revenue. It goes right to their organization, so we do a ton of business in terms of fudge fundraising.
If you just want to box that up, I'm going to look around.
Sure, I'm gonna box it up right now and I'll put it up front for you too.
Okay.
I have a private roaster that roasts all of our coffees. A lot of people tell me we don't like a flavored coffee. They take one sip of it and they said, I've been changed forever.
We'll have the chocolate caramel iced coffee. I'll just let her have
Okay,
it.
we have over 45 flavors of regular coffee, but then we also carry over 40 flavors of decaf as well. And then we have things like our traditional Columbia Supreme and breakfast blends as well. And we ship our coffee everywhere through the country. We also have something called our Coffee Club membership. So for every 12 bags you buy, you get a 13th bag free, you get discounts to some other coupons. We have small sample bags, and the nice thing is a small sample bag equates to about 6 cups of coffee. So if you want to buy the chocolate decadence and you know, you have your wife says, I want a maple pecan, you can try 3 or 4 different flavors, and based upon what you like, you can always go online and order the full-size bag from us and we'll ship it to you. We have a specific one Amish family, all my baked goods, but also my jams and jellies. So we carry our jams, jellies, spreads, preserves, things like our raspberries, raspberries with seeds, without seeds. I've got my salsas, I've got hot pickles, pickle rings. They can it and they do everything for me, and I basically get stocked up once a week. And I'm one of the only stores here in Volant that actually carries all preserves and all Amish canned goods. Based upon certain crafters and what we have space for, we'll take them on. We have some folks that are making custom woodwork, and they can either do a custom order or they'll just do whatever is a high seller. I have a woman that does phenomenal wreaths. She'll make wreaths for Easter, she makes them for the 4th of July. And again, we sell through a tremendous amount of wreaths. I have another woman that goes and picks through the Carolinas, so it's got a lot of vintage things like tobacco baskets. It's got old tobacco containers and chicken coop type of crates. People coming into the town, if they want things from a local area, whether it be Amish made or local woodworkers, they have that opportunity to see it here, and then they can buy it here as well. This building's been around for a long, long time. It used to be the old post office, where the post office was actually what you see here on this floor, and then the post office, the Postmaster General, actually lived in an apartment above this. Since then, it's been converted to many different types of stores, but Miss Scarlett's, our store, has been here for over 29 years, making us one of the oldest stores, and I would say really, kind of puts us on the forefront of what Volant's been over the many, many years and where we're trying to go in the future. It's a quaint, quiet little town, and it gives people a really nice kind of hometown experience.
From coffee to cottage and cabin, that is the name of an antique shop that will inspire you to mix up your home decor.
Pattison Cabin. We are a vintage and antique store, and we try to cater to just about everyone's tastes. If you look through the shop, you will see we try and display each room, period, and yet something you could take home and use in your contemporary house. We have 6 rooms. We have a primitive area, which I'm in right now, and we have kind of like a dining area where all the nicer pieces are. We have a little girls' room. I have all the painted, shabby chic types of furniture. And we have another room that's seasonal. And our retro kitchen area is probably our most up-to-date. People still love memories of Mom in the kitchen from the 60s and the 50s. And they are rebuying their memories. They say, oh, Mom had this and I remember it. They take it home with them. We also have a outbuilding. It's a small little garden cottage, and this time of year it is filled with decorating items for potting sheds. She sheds are very popular right now, so there's a lot of implements for that. It just draws people in from the road. My husband and I have always enjoyed history, I would say, and that just piqued our interest whenever we would go out flea marketing it on the weekend. And I have an art background, so it comes easy to me. I can display and see what colors go together. A lot of times customers come in, they say, oh, what would you do? And they'll show me a picture in their home, and I can give them some ideas and the direction that they could decorate with. I take a lot of time setting up vignettes, and that is what most people remember about the shop. Our oldest would probably be some of our books. We have books from the 1700s, from the Confederate era up into the 1800s. We have a lot of the pottery, is turn of the century, 1860s, 1870s, so you're still talking Civil War time. Finding it, and if it's something I've never seen before, researching it. I love to do the research on it. So it's the history, and I learned something from it, and that keeps me growing. It's a job that evolves, and you can keep growing in it. Take their time, look around, and visualize things in their home. Sometimes they walk into the store, they don't know what to expect. They're thinking, oh, I'm not going to decorate with antiques. But if you walk in and look, you could pick something out and put that, like I say, in your modern home and enjoy it. You still can embrace the old and bring it into the new.
All of our businesses featured in today's show are along Main Street. You can easily park and walk, but if you would rather not walk up the hill, Cottage and Cabins does have a parking lot. When we return, the bakery that makes 51 flavors of scones. You don't want to miss this.
Anything from a plain scone to a black forest scone. I do a banana split scone.
Welcome back to New Day Cleveland and our road trip here in Volant, Pennsylvania. You are bound to get hungry as you're spending the entire day here exploring all of Main Street. Now, when you need a quick fix or a place to rest your feet, you can head to Michelle's Homemade Vittles.
You can make scones in several different sizes. You could split the dough. Michelle's Homemade Vittles is fresh baked goods daily, sandwiches, homemade soups, and I also have local artisans selling their wares. I don't measure a lot of things, I just wing it, as you notice that. Vittles is just simply another name for food, something different and original. I've been a baker for years. My grandmother taught me to bake, my mother taught me to cook, and it's just something I love to do. Pretty much everything I do is large. I do the jumbo, different muffins, and it just depends on my mood as to what I want to bake. Pepperoni rolls, they're the top seller. They are approximately 15, 16 inches long, and they're absolutely full of pepperoni, and I use a 5-blend cheese. I am making a scone. It's just going to be a plain vanilla scone. And from there I make 51 different flavors of scones. Anything from a plain scone to a black forest scone. I do a banana split scone. And a scone is a dough that you don't want to overwork because then they get tough. And just work in that little bit of flour until it's sticky but not terribly sticky. We have all handcrafted from local artisans, and I also have a train room with Lionel and American Flyer and different types of trains in there, and some accessories and collectibles. My Harry Potter wands, they're original that I did them, but I got the idea, from research. They go over really well. I do a lot of toll painting. I do florals. Just depends on my mood. Weather permitting now, the outside dining is so relaxing when the weather's nice and the umbrellas are up and you can sit there and watch the creek and the guys fishing over there. We get a lot of folks from other countries, all the states. They're here doing a tour maybe or something, but they just love this town. A little taste of home is what I look at it. My grandmother would be proud.
It's been a staple in town for 15 years. I'm talking about Volant Winery. Brian, thank you for having us in here.
Thank you.
It is a pleasure. So you're right here in the main drag of town.
Right on Main Street.
But you walk in, you have, is it 25 different?
25 different kinds of wine that we make.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. We make 2 ciders, a mead, a honey wine, We have some very special, unique wines we're going to try here in just a minute.
Okay.
But our top seller is Volant Red. That's just our standard best house wine, you may call it.
Okay, that's the go-to. If
Go-to
someone
for
comes
about
in-
everybody. This is what we sell the most of. So I'll give you a little sample of that to try that, see what you think of it.
Let's go for a sample.
Be fancy and swirl.
It smells, I know, right? I have to do the right. You know what? That's funny. I've done a lot of these, and he's the only one who's ever called me on that. You got it. Do the swirl, right? Okay, there's the swirl. It's like you're drinking pure grapes.
Very grapey. Very grapey.
I think for people who might be nervous of trying a wine,
It's grape
this
juice
would
for the
be-
kick.
Yes,
It is.
this would be a good first go.
It's-
Okay.
It's a 12% alcohol wine. But we have a couple
Ooh,
other
that's-
unique ones of
okay.
these. I'll point out some of the others. Coco Vino, which will be the center of a cherry Tootsie Pop. Took us a year to develop it.
Wow.
So when you try this, you will taste the center of a cherry Tootsie Pop. There's 2 grapes and 2 cocos in it.
2 grapes and 2 cocos. Get the swirl.
And that's a very secret recipe. Only my father and I know it.
It smells like a Tootsie Pop.
Smells
it truly
like one.
does.
It will taste like the center of a cherry Tootsie Pop.
That is incredible. That's unbelievable how you.
We sell quite a bit of that too.
Oh, I bet you do, because a lot of people love having their chocolate with their wine. So you've combined it into a drink.
This is the adult Easter present. Since we're here in
The gift
April
that
now.
keeps on giving there.
That's
okay,
correct.
So, but all right, now what about this last one?
That is Hot Mama.
Hot Mama. So there's got to be
Jalapeno.
something. I was going to say there's got to be a kick in there.
It's a sweet hot. It's a jalapeno. We sell quite a bit of it.
I love any kind of kick. I
know
love
you'll drink more than
jalapenos.
that, so there we'll give you a little more.
Thank you. That'll get you. If you smell it, it hits you in the back of the throat
Right
just
away.
by smelling
But
it.
it's not that hot. It won't
No,
burn.
no. Just the scent of it. It smells
it won't
delicious.
burn going down. You'll know it's jalapeno though.
Oh yeah, you know. That is delicious.
Right. Absolutely.
Quite a difference. Now you have all the grapes. You have a vineyard yourself,
We have
right?
a vineyard.
You have a vineyard.
Correct. We do have a vineyard. We grow two wines that we make here are state grown. Means we grow everything in our vineyard you would try here. We also have 2 ciders, a dry and a semi-sweet. Barrel fermented, aged in a barrel for a year and a half. These are 200-year-old recipe ciders.
200-year-old recipe
200-year-old
ciders.
from my neighbor's great-grandfather. It's passed
That
down.
secret has not been released.
It's
to anyone
not really
but you,
shared too
clearly.
much. No, no. We also make a specialty mead, 100% honey wine. There's a half pound of honey used in making this bottle. So it's a very
Wow.
sweet, unique wine for a lot of people. All of our fruit wines that you'll try, we have about 8 fruits, are 100% fruit. They're not a grape wine with additives. Some wineries do. They're all 100% fruit.
It's the
They'll
real
taste
deal.
just like the real fruit. Right. We have slushies to go, wine slushies.
I saw those. They're right by the front
Usually
door.
sangria and peach are on stock.
Okay.
Most popular.
You can come in and make an afternoon
Sit
of
down,
this.
places to sit, have some wine, have some cheese and crackers, have a martini,
So you
have
do
a Moscow
cocktails
Mule.
too.
Anything made in Pennsylvania, we're allowed to sell for consumption on premises.
Now, will you use any of these? And like that would be good in a mixed.
We use
drink.
this and some are Bloody Marys. You want a little spicy? This goes into a Bloody
sounds
Mary.
good. Okay.
Okay. The chocolate goes in with our martini and our red raspberry. So we make a chocolate kiss martini. Go red raspberry and chocolate.
You're
together.
mixing it all. Now, how many days a week? I know you're probably busy on the weekends. How many days a week
7
are you
days a
open?
week, 361 days a year.
You
We're
are
open.
a busy man.
We usually open at 11 o'clock, close at 5 or 6 o'clock depending on the day.
Well, that's what I'm noticing too. Coming here in Volant, there's a lot of places that are open 7 days a week, which is
Open every
good.
day.
So depending on what day you want to make the road trip, sometimes places are closed on a Monday or Tuesday, but you have a lot of
Right, we're open all the time.
businesses open. I like the sound of that. Come hang out. He'll take good care of you, I promise.
Very good.
Take very good care of you. All right, hey, after the break, we are checking out a very magical tea. Wait until you see this.
It actually changes color. So it's like a rich lemonade. It starts royal blue, and then when they add the squirt of lemon, it turns purple.
Welcome back to New Day Cleveland. We are on the road in Volant, Pennsylvania, about an hour and a half away from Cleveland. A lot to discover here in such a small stretch of road. The name of our next shop will pique your curiosity. It is Wicked Little Witches.
Wicked Little Witches is a unique gift store. We have home decor and garden decor and jewelry and bracelets. I mean, we have it, pretty much have a variety for everybody. I make soaps and lotions and bath bombs and sugar scrubs, and that's what inspired the whole store. My sugar scrubs are whipped. I think that makes a big difference. All my items are handmade and they're all from scratch, so there isn't anything purchased and thrown in, you know, a bottle. I was making medicine at first and nobody seemed interested until I started to make bath and beauty products. And when I started making that, I used a pink sugar fragrance, and it took off. So I kind of just said, "Oh, you wicked little witches," that's what, and it just stuck. I think the sign gives, you know, a lot of people a lot of different opinions, you know. As soon as they walk in the front door, I think they really get an idea of what kind of store it is. I think a lot of people are fascinated with that metaphysical world. The vases, we have glass blown on stumps, and I think those are a big seller, in the wooden mushrooms, and also the little feet for the little pots. And I do carry like dragons and unicorns and piccadillys, which those are the gargoyles that pick their nose and pick their butts. They're adorable. I carry essential oils and CBD oils, so I carry a variety of things. When I was a little girl, I'd walk around in the woods with a stick, casting spells. It's a lot of fun to meet a lot of interesting people, particularly when they're looking for these products, the witchy products.
There's another enchanting shop just a couple of doors down from Wicked Little Witches. It is a quaint tea shop that brews up a little magic of their own.
Iron Goddess of Mercy Oolong Tea. Specialties is a tea shop that is kind of our baby. It's the family business. This white peach is probably one of our most popular ones, winter and summer. We started with a dozen loose leaf teas. Now we have over 150 different blends. And our favorite part is just educating people, you know, helping people out. You know, what do you want to drink? What do you like? What flavors do you like? Do you like fruity? Do you like nutty? Do you like sweet, spicy, plain? And we just kind of help them pick out what they love. This gives you 2-level teaspoons, so we wanted to come up with an approach that allowed people to not have to commit to a massive amount of tea that they don't even know they're going to like. And with 150 blends, and for as small as our space is, we can't taste test all of those. So we thought we'd come up with the card catalog approach and create our teasers. And each little packet will give you 2 cups of tea, 2 8-ounce cups of tea. And then that way, for $1 a piece, you can just take the ones that you think you want to try. You can brew them at home with your water, the way you like to brew tea, and just get a good sense of whether or not that's a fit for you. And then you can come back and you can get our larger sizes. You can get them in bulk. Of course, we have all the accessories that go along with it. You know, every infuser you can think of, we've got robots, we've got cats, we've got the tea balls, we've got the ones that your grandmother has used, we've got travel mugs that have the baskets in them. We were crazy enough 3 years ago here at the tea shop to stop and think about our town and how much we love being here and what we could do to kind of capitalize on how cute it is and how conducive it is for a place like a Harry Potter festival. You know, it's all lined up with cute little shops. It kind of feels like Diagon Alley. Just a small group of us decided we would do a little bit of a trial run, and it just exploded. So from there, we decided, okay, let's see if we can get everybody on board, and the entire town pitched in. We transform the shops into like a Diagon Alley, and everybody kind of takes on, you know, a different kind of shop that perhaps you would see in a magical world like Harry Potter. I think the neatest thing about it is that we all get to celebrate the place that we love, which is Volant, and all of us get to kind of play pretend for a weekend and make the place feel a little magical. two things that we're very well known for is our butterscotch flavored tea, which kind of mimics the butter beers that you can get at Harry Potter World or what they talk about in the novels. And then what we're most well known for is our mandrake, our magical mandrake tea. And it actually changes color. So it's like a rich lemonade. It starts royal blue, and then when they add the squirt of lemon, it turns purple. So the teas that we carry, we make sure that we're kind of following maybe some of the Hogwarts house colors. So we have a red tea, we've got blue teas, we've got your favorite Hogwarts house mug. We have ones that are magical and color changing. And then you can get your favorite house tea to kind of go along with it. Upstairs, we carry a lot of fine English china, and we have some other collectible tea sets. We have a Japanese tea set. It's a children's tea set from the 1940s, and we try to keep the price points pretty reasonable. You know, we want people to enjoy it. We would love for people to use it. We just have a good time with it.
Specialties open 7 days a week. When we return, a very creative shop right here on Main Street, and there's an opportunity for you to get your hands a little dirty.
You just come in, you pick one of the succulents, then you pick one of our handmade planters, and we help you understand how to take care of the plants while they're at home.
Welcome back to New Day Cleveland and our road trip to Volant. It is a small community right here in Western Pennsylvania. There are a lot of unique shops in town too, including this next boutique. This is DDay Handmade.
DDay Handmade is just a love of recycling, creating, saving the earth, taking discarded pieces and adding artwork to them so that the artwork doesn't hang on your wall necessarily, it's a part of your furniture. Taking unconventional things and making them part of your home. I crochet and I make pretty much anything, and I like doing unique and different things. I don't want to just make a regular hat. I want to make a hat that's a Christmas bulb or Frankenstein's head or a shark. I look at something and then pictures just appear in my head of what that can be. Then I have to just work on getting the picture out of my head and into whatever the piece is that we're working on. It's really hard to get rid of piano. No one really wants them anymore, but they're great pieces and they're very well put together. So what we did is we took the guts out of the piano and we extended things to make it a desk. So now we've taken something that would have ended up in landfill and we made it into something more desirable that you can have in your home. Right now we're featuring a plant your own succulent container, and you just come in, you pick one of the succulents, then you pick one of our handmade planters, and we help you understand how to take care of the plants while they're at home so you don't kill them. I would say my most favorite things are creating the big pieces of crocheted items, like the pillow that is a piece of pie, or anything that I could take something that is supposed to go in the garbage and turn it into something that people actually want to keep. Those are the things I like. I want them to be inspired. I want them to look at the pieces that they have in their own homes and try to do the same thing with them instead of throwing them out.
DDay Handmade is located in the Depot building on Main Street, and yes, there is parking right outside of her door. Well, if you were in need of a little pampering, come find Karen here at Hope Valley Soap Works. We're right along Main Street, Main Dragon Town, and this shop, you walk in here, Karen, it smells so good.
Thank you.
And the items that she has in here are things that you're going to want to grab with you before you head home on your drive. I'm telling you, we're standing in front of the soap wall.
Yes.
This is your big seller, is your soap.
Yes, it is. We sell a lot of goat smoke soap because it is very moisturizing and you don't get that tight feeling after you wash your face, and people love it.
So I heard you had a couple big sellers.
I do.
And every woman is going to want to buy this one. Why? Because it's called, say it.
The Perfect Man.
The Perfect Man.
And he's compact, you can take him anywhere.
It smells so good. So this is great for a guy or for a lady.
Yes, I sell them for both.
And when you buy these soaps, this I have never seen before. I asked her what this was because I saw this. Explain what you do.
That is a soap scrubby sack. So you open this up completely and your whole bar of soap will fit right inside. And then you use it in the shower. You can scrub with it and use it in the shower and hang it up so it dries, and you'll use up every little bit of your soap and nothing is wasted.
Nothing's wasted. It doesn't get all gooey
Yes.
in the tub.
Yes.
I love this. That is a great invention. So you got to get one of those when you get the soap. So that's a popular one. You also have
The oatmeal milk and honey.
oatmeal milk and honey. This is the other big one.
A lot of the women like that because it's very soft.
That smells so
and
good.
very natural smelling.
All of your soap smells so good.
They do.
And you have a huge wall of them. I'm going to put this down real quick.
And we have Fruit Loops. It smells just
Fruit
like the
Loops.
cereal.
That would be great for the kiddos.
Yes,
That would
they
be a good
like
one to get them.
Yeah.
So that's just the beginning. She started with the soaps. Then, I mean, we have all these tables here. This one, I love this because this is a body mist, like a body spray, right?
Yes.
You have a lot of different flavors, scents of these.
Yes, yeah, we don't want to drink it, no.
You don't want to drink it. No, but it's just a spritzer, light spritzer for your whole body.
Yes.
And what about over here? You have the lotions as well.
This is goat milk lotion. There again, you're dealing with a lot of moisturizing agents from the goat's milk, and it makes your skin feel nice, soft, and silky.
I love anything with lemon in it, so I'm going to have to try this. So what got you started in this?
I really like to make my own products. I like to customize fragrances. So anything here that if you see a body product that has a fragrance, if you like the lemon lavender, I can make it in a goat's milk soap, I can make it in a lotion, I can make it in a spray. So I can do a lot of customizations. I do a lot of gift baskets that way.
This smells so good. There's something about a goat's milk lotion too that it's just softer than what you're used to.
It is. It is. It doesn't make your skin feel sticky or overly greasy.
Natural deodorant.
Natural deodorant.
That's great. Now, we also have, we have ointments, healing ointments. I'll take that.
Yes.
Muscle and joint rub.
Yes. This is wonderful for, it has a whole bunch of anti-inflammatory agents from essential oils and herbs, and it really does work.
So you come in here and then there's a lot of things. I mean, we talked about the Perfect Man already, but there are other things for men as well. I saw that you had some beard oil over here too.
We have beard oil. It's made with a wonderful combination of different oils, and it's used to condition and moisturize your beard, keep it all nice and neat. A lot of the men really like that.
And this is a great, it can either be a gag, I would call it a gag gift,
yes,
but it works no matter what. The before you go spray, yes, that spray.
Yes, it's that spray.
So you really thought of everything. You've even thought of something for the doggies.
Yes, yes. Normally my dog is here with us today, but he's not here today. So
what is this? This is one of the items you have.
That is Lincoln's Paw Balm, and you can use that to soften the rough pads of their feet, so they don't scratch you when they jump up on you. It's a moisturizing agent for them as well.
So Hope Valley Soap Works is the place. We're right here on Main Street. Karen is who you will find when you come here, but you will also find her pooch. I told her that's the only reason I'm upset with her today is because I didn't get to see the dog.
Yes.
But he will be here.
He will be here. He's always here, yep.
I love that. So another great reason to come here and check out this quaint little town. And you know, after the break, we're going to be heading on the train. Sound good?
Sounds great.
We'll see you then.
It's unique to say that I have trains because how many people can say they have a train? That's pretty much what it comes down to.
Welcome back to New Day Cleveland. Our road trip to Volant is winding down, but before we go, it is time to hop aboard the train and check out a couple of unique businesses located inside the cars.
I started driving past the train cars here for another job. Saw them sitting vacant for years, and I thought this would be a great spot just to sit and relax and have a smoke, and be a unique place that not too many people are going to see. How many people see a cigar shop that used to be a former freight car, you know, for a railway? Eventually, I mustered up enough courage and strength and a little bit of money and started with the first car, which is a cigar shop. It's been open for almost 3 years now.
This is a good cigar.
There was an actual train line that ran through Volant. It was ended in the late 70s. A lot of love, a lot of bloody knuckles, a lot of money. Yeah. So like I said, we gutted everything out for the shops that we have so far, renovated them, and then still continuing to renovate, because train cars aren't exactly your run-of-the-mill renovation. There's a lot more things that you need to do with that opposed to a regular building, like painting and scraping metal. We have a little smoking lounge in there that people sit and smoke and drink and cure the world's problems one smoke at a time. But I also sell smokes. I've made a cedar-lined walk-in humidor where I sell about 70 different varieties of cigars in there. The distillery kind of goes hand in hand with the cigar shop. The way I look at it is you can't have a good cigar without a good, whiskey or a good drink to go with it. I have a blended whiskey and flavored moonshines.
Just a sip, sip, sip.
Starts off with your basic moonshine coming out of the still. It's a neutral spirit. Then I flavor it afterwards. So I start off with 7 flavors. Right now we're up to 11, and by the end of this year my goal is to have almost 20 different flavors, between some refrigerated that are cream-based moonshines and just your run-of-the-mill shines that are like apple pie, things of that nature, to people to sit and sip and drink and have a good time. We have a tasting bar in there, and you can sample every one you want. So if you really wanted to do 20 shots of moonshine, you could do 20 shots of moonshine and walk out trying every single one that I have. You know what? It's unique. People love it. I get so many kids coming through here. Obviously kids can't do the things that I sell, but they just want to stick their heads in and take a look at those cars. The idea is eventually have all the train cars filled with something that's a little more fun. It's unique to say that I have trains, because how many people can say they have a train? That's pretty much what it comes down to.
I hate to see this time come, but that's going to do it for us here in our visit to Volant. We are in Western Pennsylvania, only an hour and a half from Cleveland, so make a day of it. We spent the entire hour exploring Main Street, and believe it or not, there are a dozen places we didn't have time to visit. Plus, if you come out this way, be sure to explore the neighboring Amish community. They're right next door. You can even drive down the road to Grove City Outlet Mall. So there is a lot to do and explore on your one-day trip. I'm Natalie Herbeck, and I will see you on the next New Day Cleveland.